All right, we're visiting pregame tonight before the home opener for you guys too, I guess, right? Or did you play a little bit?
We had exhibition.
Right. So the home opener here for Arizona State, we're visiting with the UMASS Amhearst coach, Greg Carville, and nice to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Tell me a little bit about your trip down here. You told me you had a few flight delays and things, but you made it safely and got in a little early, so your legs are under you, right?
Yeah, it was luckily a direct flight. It was a long flight. I feel bad for ASU having to travel like this every weekend. We play in a conference where most games are under 2 hours on the bus. So it's a real nice thing about playing in the hot East. But had a good day of practice yesterday. Had some real nice stopped some nice restaurants. We've eaten really well since we've been here, enjoying the weather. We had a nice team meal last night. One of the parents of one of our players hosted a team meal last night, so it's been a nice event.
Very nice, and you get the friendly confines of Oceanside Ice Arena, which is a little different in college hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's vastly different from the rink we play in. We play in an 8,000 seat arena.
Right.
That, since we haven't won a lot of games, it's not a lot of bodies in there, so we're looking forward to this. The energy in this building, the low ceilings, and I'm sure we'll be a full house. It'll be a good energy. Excited.
So tell me a little bit about your team so far. You had your exhibition game and had a chance to get a feel for the guys that you got in your lineup. So give me your strengths, give me your weaknesses.
Yeah, I think we're in a lot of surprises. We're extremely young. We have 13 freshmen dressed tonight.
Right.
Two of them are goaltenders that will be backups. So we have 11 skaters, which is pretty significant. All 4 of our centermen are freshmen.
Okay.
But we all know where we're at. We're in a program in transition, and this is a foundation class that will build off. And as they go through 4 years, I think our program will progress as well. I don't know what I want our identity to be, but through an exhibition game, I can't tell you what it is yet.
Okay.
But I'm excited. It's a really good group of kids. The character is tremendous. We've got better size up front. We've got better skill on the back end. Hopefully our goaltending is deeper. In preparation for this weekend, I went back and watched our games last year against ASU, and it was difficult for me to watch.
I'm sure it was.
And, I think we'll be a better team this year, as I'm sure ASU, as they're progressing, will be a better team too. But I think for both of our programs, this will be a really good opening weekend. I think it'll be good competition, big level competition for both teams.
Well, talking to Coach Powers earlier in the week, he's got a lot of admiration for the kids that you brought in and the quality talent you brought in. So he's taking you very seriously, just so you know that off the get-go. But tell me a little bit about the little bit of rivalry that's building with you guys. They came up there and did some damage to you guys last year. I got a feeling you guys got a little payback tonight.
Well, 15 of those kids didn't play last year.
Right. So what do they know, right?
It's not part of their history. I really respect Greg. He's a really good man. I appreciate what he's going through. Basically the same thing I'm going through. He's earned respect among the fraternity of college hockey coaches. He's doing a good job. I talk amongst my coaches too, and it's always like, wow, ASU's getting some good players. So I appreciate the compliment, and again, I think this is going to be a fun college hockey week.
So I'm sure you had a chance to see a little bit of what they did last week against NAIT, and what's your thoughts on what you're facing tonight?
Well, I think they play a style that's conducive to this ice sheet. They're very aggressive on the forecheck, all over the ice really, which I admire and respect teams that play with tempo, and they're a very aggressive team, and we're going to have to be able to handle that and be a young team. You can use aggression against the team,
sure,
but you got to execute really well,
right.
Be in good positions and know what you want to get done, and that's what I'm looking for. There's a certain way we want to play. We've spent the month trying to educate our guys and work towards that, and again, this will be a really good test for my guys. Well,
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend, and enjoy your stay in Arizona. Don't get too sunburned.
Try not to. Thanks.
The penalty, 13:31 in the first period. 27, McLaughlin, 2 minutes for interference at 13:31. Massachusetts brings one man back to the ice.
Coach, you talked a little bit about Jacob Wilson tonight. He got a lot of ice time for you on defense and played pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah, no, we felt like, going in that Willie was probably best equipped out of all of our freshmen to make the biggest impact right away. He's just a mature kid. He's smart. He wore a letter in Sioux City, and he's living up to our expectations and then some.
Coach, Joey Decor between the Pies, what do you think tonight?
But he was good. The first one was unfortunate. I think he'd want that one back. And then he settled in and made some big saves. And obviously, those last two weren't on him. Our best defenseman toe-picked and got beat wide. And you rarely see those kind of mistakes out of Brinson. But we still got to win. That's all that matters.
Is he back between the pipes tomorrow night?
Yeah, he will be. Yep.
Late in the second period, this game was deadlocked, and then all of a sudden, 5-on-3, you guys get a goal, and you really seem to take momentum for the rest of the period, and then scoring with, I believe, less than a minute to go. Did that really sort of change the momentum, especially going into the locker room?
It did. We felt really good going into the room, and to be honest, we thought they probably outplayed us in that third period. They came out and had some good pressure, and more sustained pressure, it seemed like, than really in the entire game. Then we popped a big one. Ratsy buried that fourth goal, and it wasn't like anything really changed after that. Again, a couple unfortunate breaks by our best player, and he played a really good game other than those two shifts, and it happens. That's hockey, So they had a couple opportunities, and those two kids buried those two goals, and good for them, and we'll go back at it tomorrow.
Louis had 4 points tonight. What do you attribute that to? Is it just being in the right place at the right time?
Yeah, but that's him, he just wants to win. Louis just wants to win. He'll do whatever it takes, and I think he's gonna have a big year. And it's a hell of a way to start.
Some frustration from Johnny Walker. He gets that elbowing penalty there. You can see him expressing some frustration there. What do you say to a freshman in that situation? You didn't say nothing at all until the play.
Well, I think that was a call right after they called 2 penalties on them in the third, and I think really any chance that they were going to get to give them a power play they were going to take. I don't think that was really undisciplined play by Johnny at all. But Johnny's a freshman. He was frustrated. He didn't think that was a good call. He didn't agree with it, but I don't think it was too undisciplined of a play.
kind of following up on that last one, there are a lot of penalties in this game for both teams, but for ASU side in particular, does that concern you at all that there were a lot of penalties, anything like that going into tomorrow night?
No, I mean, it's you see it at the beginning of every season, right? And I mean, last year there were just a ton. They took more than us tonight, which is good. But no, I don't think it was an undisciplined game by either team. I think both teams just played hard and probably used their sticks a little bit too much and didn't skate. And both teams aren't in complete game shape yet either. So penalties are going to happen, and tonight was one of those. It was an evenly called game. It looked like we had one more power play than them. Yeah.
Coach, on that topic, you guys did take a few penalties, but the penalty kill looked good. What did you see from them?
It was really good. We put a lot of work into it this week. Yeah, those guys did well. We had a good rotation going, and it was kind of by committee and getting everybody out there, and it was good.
What needs to change for tomorrow's game to not make it such a nail biter towards the end?
Well, I mean, look, that's a good team. We're really in our second full NCAA season, so it's not like we're looking to blow teams out. Especially teams that have a 4th overall pick and the 2nd rounder, and that's a good team. They're young, but they're good and they're fast, and they kept coming. They could have easily folded it up when they got down 4-1, and they kept coming, and we knew they would. So we could be way better. I think we can manage the puck much better, especially in the back end. So we're gonna look at that and show the guys some film. And I think if we manage the puck a little bit better than we did tonight, we like our chances.
Who stood out to you the most tonight? Who impressed you the most?
Just that line. That entire line was really good. That's what you want out of your leaders, And the freshmen, they got a taste of Division I hockey. This was a much different than last week. It's a different pace. It's a much different speed. And our leaders really stepped up. They really stepped up. So we're really proud of those guys. And I thought, out of all the freshmen, I think Jacob Wilson was really good.
And kind of on that note, with the freshmen getting some time on the ice, was it kind of like the leaders showing the freshmen, how it's done, like them having been on this level before and played with ASU last year on NCAA?
Yeah, that's why they all have letters, right? They were even the shifts. They had all our goals, didn't they? They had all our goals, right? So and it's not even about that. They played the majority of their shifts down in the offensive zone, and we put them out there at the end with 40 some odd seconds left, and they went and got a big empty netter. And they're just a really good line. They're tough to handle. There's not many teams that can handle.
Coach, what did you think of your power play tonight?
I thought it was pretty good until the third. The third, we had a chance to really kind of step on their throat and bury them with it, and didn't take advantage of it. In the second, we were all over them on it. And that's what we tell our guys on power plays. A really good power play fails about 80% of the time. A really good one, right? So you want to get momentum on it, and the key is to stay positive no matter what, especially if you get momentum. So we stayed positive on the bench. All the guys stayed positive, and they finally popped one, and that was what separated the game.
Coach, you got that early penalty at the start of the second period, and that led to a rush of shots from UMass for that whole entire first half of the second period. How did you guys regroup and get back into things to keep it knotted at 1-1?
Yeah, it's just hockey. It was unfortunate, that call, right, on clean ice to give them power play right at the start of the period, but we got through it. I think Dax made a couple big saves, and the kill was good. They didn't even goal, so that's all you can ask.
Coach, how's it feel to be 1-0 and start the season off with a win?
It's good. We really wanted this one so we can try and play downhill. Tomorrow is a big game for us, and our guys can be better. They can be better. They can be harder, and they will be. They have got to be desperate to get our first home sweep tomorrow, and we're going to ingrain that into their heads. And I think you'll see a better 60-minute effort out of our guys.
What's your thoughts on the pairing of Brinson, Krasnuk, and Streisberg and the captain's lines?
Brenny and Strider, they're held. They're really good players, and Strider struggled tonight. Strider struggled with his puck touches, but he also scored a goal. So he actually got the first goal, not the captain's line. But but you know, they're a top pair and they're going to be fine. They did a lot of good things, but they can be better. So when you get a win against a good team, and you know that you can be so much better, and you can manage the puck better, and you can be cleaner, and you can play harder, it's a good sign. You know, it means our program is progressing the way we want it. So, you know, we got to be better tomorrow if we want to sweep, because they will be better too.
First home game of the season, Coach. What do you think of the student section showing up, banging on the glass, and getting some chants going?
It was great. It was great. We want them to keep coming, and you know, I think it fires up the guys, and it's always good.
Any more questions? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
It felt good, but I was way more concerned with winning our first game here and starting off right for the team.
You get that bouncing puck to go in towards the end of the second period. What was going through your mind when that thing was kind of like a knuckleball just popping up on the ice?
I was actually just trying to tip it to an area to where I could, you know, beat the guy to the puck and then just kind of tap it in and just happen to still be in the air. So that's all I was thinking.
What's
Louis?
the count? Go ahead.
You could have had a couple of goals tonight in addition to the ones that you got. So what were you thinking? That one up close that ended up leaving the rink?
Yeah, I try to have a short memory on those. If you let them get at you, then you're kind of playing mind games with yourself. So I make mistakes like everyone else. So I gotta just put it behind me and worry about my next shift.
This is the first game in NCAA for the freshmen. What did you think of them overall tonight?
I thought they handled it great. I thought our speed was great. I thought our decision making was fast. It was good. I think we pushed the pace, and I think those guys are fitting in with our program perfectly.
You seem very comfortable with the line you're on. What makes you so comfortable in that chemistry?
Well, time. This is our third year together. Practicing all the time, just talking to each other. We kind of been a line for 3 years, just like in and out, always talking, always kind of on the same page. So it's kind of like we don't have to give each other tips anymore at this point. It's more just do our thing and good stuff will happen.
This game was knotted at 1-1 for a while, but even when you guys had a break, when you have a guy like Joey back there in the pipes, you know, like how, you know, just kind of like what's that like having a guy like him back there for you?
We're always confident with him back there, and I think it shows. I think you kind of see us being more aggressive and being more offensive, maybe taking more risks, but more just like we know we got a solid guy back there that we trust and that we can kind of lean on them when we need him.
Were your 2 goals at the end of the second period the game breaker, do you think, or?
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I was just worried about, you know, when I get an opportunity, put it in the net, and then I knew our team was gonna shut the door on them. So I think we did that well.
Louis, you seem to be 2 strides ahead of where we were last year as far as speed goes on the ice. Would you agree with that statement, and what did you do in the offseason to get that speed up?
Yeah, I felt like it tonight. I've been doing kind of the same thing for the last couple of years. I've been really working on my skating, working on my skills, and I think it's starting to come together. But this is only game 1, so we still got more from here.
Massachusetts got 2 goals late. When it was 4-3, what was the message on the bench, you know, from you guys as leaders to the younger guys on the team with just a couple minutes remaining?
We weren't worried. We had to play our game. Obviously, they got some good bounces and they made some nice plays. So we were just, if we play our game and we do what we can do, then we're going to close it out. So I think they were still confident back there, and I know as leaders we were trying to kind of push that message along. So.
Any more questions?
Bit about your ice time tonight. You got a lot more ice time than you probably were expecting. The coach thought you were the guy to step up and make that play as far as freshmen go. So.
I mean, yeah, it was nice to get out there and get a feel for the game. Wasn't really tracking how much ice time I had, but I was able to get into the game and kind of feel it better than expected.
Can you talk a little bit about the difference between NCAA play and USHL play, especially the way you guys played last year all the way to the finals?
I mean, obviously guys are bigger, stronger here. Plays a little bit faster, and you know, I mean, it's tougher, so it was nice to get out there and get a feel for it.
Your freshman class has fit in really well in the NCAA so far. It looks like you guys fit with this group. Is that something that you guys thought was going to happen when you came in?
Yeah, I mean, immediately the older guys brought us in. We meshed pretty well, and you know, everybody's been working hard together. We get along great in the locker room and great camaraderie.
Any more questions? All right. Thanks, Jacob.